Hello, my name is David, and here with Tektro again. Today we're going to go through the steps of bleeding brakes using Tektro's bleed kit. Tools needed today are the 5mm Allen wrench, 4mm Allen wrench, 3mm Allen wrench, and 7mm wrench. And you might want to use the closed end and the open end as well. T15 Torx and alcohol solution. Included in Tektro's bleeding kit is bleeding injectors, hose cutter, piston stopper, hose retainer, compression ferrules, brass inserts, as well as mineral oil. Let's start by unbolting the caliper bolts. Next, let's remove the tap pad retainer bolt. Let's remove the pads, pushing them through, pulling them out of the body. Next, let's install the piston block into the brake body. Then reinstall the pad retainer bolt. Like so. In preparation for bleeding, it's important to adjust the lever so that the reservoir tank is level to the ground or to the bike. It's necessary to do that in order to take out the bleed port and not have oil spillage. Let's connect the injector to the adapter. Sliding this piece over, connecting the hose. And tightening down like so. Now I'm going to fill the injector up with around 20 millimeters of mineral oil. Like so. Using a T15 Torx wrench, I'm going to remove the bleed port on the lever. Okay, let's attach the bleed injector to the lever. Like so. Using a T15 Torx wrench, I'm going to take out the bleed port on the caliper. Let's attach the injector to the caliper. Okay, let's start the bead process. And slowly push down on the checking for the bubbles coming into the system. You want to make sure you go all the way down using all the 20 mils. and then holding, and we're going to go back through the system. Making sure you're not pushing air back through. And one more time from the caliper. Let's remove the ejector attached to the caliper first. Reinstall the bleed port. And it's recommended holding the caliper with a clean towel. Using my T15 torque wrench. Now let's take off the injector from the lever. Before installing the bleed port, let's check modulation to confirm that there's no bubbles left into the system, and then go ahead and reinstall the lever bleed port, making sure this is very light torque between 0.8 to 1.2 Newton meters. Very light torque. The final step is repositioning the lever back to the customer's position. And always finish by using a torque wrench to 7 to 8 Newton meters for final torque on the lever. With alcohol solution, let's clean any remaining mineral oil on the lever and on any of the attachments all the way down. And check to make sure there's no mineral oil left into the piston block. Let's remove the piston block and just moving piston block retainer. And sliding out the piston block. Before reinstalling and touching the new pads, I have changed my gloves to make sure I don't have any residue from the bleeding. Now let's reinstall the pad retainer. Now let's reinstall the caliper onto the fork.